Yes, people, what's going on? Good morning. Welcome back to United View, man. Welcome to another Flex's View. Happy Saturday morning to you guys. And we are fast approaching the beginning of the week that is the Europa League final. The only thing that does matter. Make sure you guys smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I've wanted to do this Flex's View for a while. Obviously, I was away during last week, and even after the West Ham game, I felt a lot of stuff, but because I was away, I thought, oh, you know what? Let me just not let football get in there. Do you know what I mean? I felt it. I felt the discussions that were going on after that West Ham game when we lost at home 2-0. And it wasn't as negative as when we lost last night to Chelsea 1-0, but there were still some things surfacing, and there's some tough topics, man. There's some difficult topics we have to talk about because look, I understand that it's all gearing up to the Europa League, but I feel like on Mondays where I'm going to turn my attention to that. I've got a lot of traveling to do to get there. I can't wait for you guys to see how we're going to get there and be part of that journey. That's another thing. And then hopefully we go on and lift that trophy, because otherwise there's no point. But so before that, I feel like I need to get this last bit of negativity out. Not even negativity, just real, just what it is. I want to talk about Ruben Amorim, of course, then Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and obviously some players as well. But on Ruben, like, what is very clear now, and I just haven't had a chance to just sit down with you guys and say this, and it's obvious, but as Ruben would say himself, it's really clear, it's obvious that, like, bro, there is no, he's in arrears. Yeah, Ruben Amorim is in arrears. The rent is owed big time. Yeah. Now, listen, there's a lot of people who have said he should just go in the summer, regardless of, whether we win or lose the Europa League. Listen, I don't think he should leave. I don't. I've said that many times before. I think he should get the summer and we go again. But the new low that has been set now by him at the helm, you can call it we need players, you can call it players are criminals, you can call it all these things. But him coming, you can call it he coming mid-season, that's a change of players, he didn't have these players, that player. You can call it what you want. You can dress it up how you want. But he's the head coach of Manchester United. And that comes with the A word, accountability, that he takes, by the way, that he takes. So I'm not saying anything that he's not aware of. But I just need to keep, even if it's for my sake, I'm not allowing myself to get into this bubble of like, no matter what, it'll be all right. No matter what, it'll be fine. He will 100%. I don't know if he's going to be the guy. I've seen nothing to suggest that he's definitely going to be the guy. I just think he deserves, even with all of the criminality that's happened this year, I think he deserves to get the summer, to get the players to show us what he's really about. And he knows that. But let's not get this twisted, people. Win or lose the Europa League final, early next season has to be right. It has to. He said it. He said it, even after the West Ham game ago. And again, I know I'm a bit late on this, but it stuck with me. He said, like, if there is still this feeling next year, there's no like visible change, especially if the results are like this, forget it. But even if there's not a visible change, a visible shift in feeling, he's going to be out of the job. Now, he did clarify that I'm not saying I'm walking away, but the scrutiny is too much. The finishing 17th, which we're going to finish, or 16th, whatever it's going to be, finishing that low, going 8 games, and I'll make that 9 because there's no way we beat Villa, whether we win or lose the Europa League. They've got it within their hands. They're crups. They're they just need to get a win, to stay in with a chance of getting top 5 and Champions League football. They're not going to come to play. So we're not going to win that game, I don't think. If we win the Europa League, we'll probably be on the beach because, everyone will be happy. If we lose, then the Europa League, the feeling is going to be shit. No one's going to care. But, by finishing, so it's going to be 9 games now. We've just set a record of 8. It's going to be 9 games without a win. We haven't won a game since that Leicester game before that international break. So with all of that that's happened this season and ended up finishing 16th, 17th, the worst ever in our history, minus 12 goal difference. So with all of that happening this year, it's not the Europa League's not going to fool me. The Europa League's not fooling us, people. Make sure. That's what I've learned, you know? Now you could say you're just being hypocrite flex because really, with Eric, you that if you've learned, you'd basically say sack Ruben even if we win the Europa League. I think the context is different because he hasn't spent 700 million on players. I've learnt that, you know what I mean? That, Eric Ten Hag, maybe he can come good. The reason why I'm hanging on there thinking Ruben can maybe turn it around is because I haven't seen what he's like with the transfer window when he gets the players that we clearly need. And when you look at the squad that's been assembled, it lacks so much. Even in a 4-2-3-1, even if it was playing 4-3-3 right now, even if we was playing 4-4-2, it still misses so many big elements, important elements that any successful team needs. Quality on the ball, physicality, strength, mentality, straight up ability. Do you know what I'm saying? It misses all of these things. So on the Ruben thing, I'm under no illusions, and neither is he. But I just wanted to make it clear. I ain't on this like, yes, we sing his name and that. I'm not, I'll be honest, like I'm not on the like, he's just gonna make everything all right. I don't know. I say that straight. I don't know. How can I know after what we're seeing? What we've seen this season. And that's even if we beat Spurs in the Europa League, which I think we will win it. But that's even with that. Do you know what I mean? We don't know. So that's my first bit. Second bit, Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Like, it was just dawning on me the other day about when Ruben admitted to, helping out with the staff to get tickets to the game, to buy 30 tickets. We have the richest man in Britain as a minority shareholder, the richest man in Britain. Yes, he's come in, taken over the club for 1.2 billion, etc. Put 50 million pound of his own money in for the training centre. Great, la di da di da. But his decisions and Ineos's decisions have contributed to this total mess as well. The stuff with Dan Ashworth, the stuff with Eric Ten Hag, etc., etc., etc. The window they gave Eric Ten Hag in the summer just gone, etc. Yeah. So for him to not even put his hand in his pocket, or Ineos in general, to cover it out of their own money, especially Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who's the richest. I don't care. You're cutting out fruit out the canteen. You're saying you're going to have a little barbecue for the Europa League if we win it, which we shouldn't be having an open top bus parade, by the way. I 100% agree with that. But you say all these things, you're cutting out all these things, and the man them can't even get their staff, their families to the game. 30 tickets where the manager has to pay. The manager. You know how disgusting that is? We got the richest man in Britain. He's Britain's richest man. And he can't fork out for staff members, or is it, was it staff members to get to the final, or was it their family? Anyway, whatever it is, couldn't even do it. Couldn't even pull in a few favors from his people at UEFA or whoever he knows. These men are connected and just dirty, stinking rich. Don't sit right with me. Disgusting. Disgusting that our manager in big 2025 has got to put his money in his pocket publicly, because the press found out straight away, and pay for staff to get tickets to the Europa League final when the team's been this shit. Shocking. Shocking. And just with him in general, what are we going to do? Like, how are India's going to get this transfer window right? They said give us the benefit of the doubt from last season because, Dan wasn't there. Didn't have Dan in place. Omar just come in. Really difficult time, for Manchester United in the Premiership and planning for the Premiership. All of that bollocks. Well, guess what? You better fix it this summer. And do I trust them to do that? Not really. Not really. Be a good start if we get Cunha, though. I'm not going to lie. But I don't know. It's also about outgoings as well. I don't know. It's not looking good. Shout out Castillo. Big man thing. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not. It's not. And then thirdly, the players, man. Roy Keane said it last night. And I knew I wasn't going over the top. We all saw what we saw. I'll start with Rasmus Hojlund, mate. Like he said, Man United don't have a striker, mate. We don't have one. We don't own a striker. Rasmus Hojlund is not a striker. He's barely a football player. So bad. he was last night at Stamford Bridge. Disgusting. And Roy Keane was right. He was playing like they had young Tariq George out the academy. You know what I mean? That's what Rasmus Hojlund looks like. Like he just come fresh out the academy. Awful. Awful. Not good enough. He has to leave. He has to leave Man United. Man United have to sell him. They must sell him. You know? You look in midfield. I'm sorry, but yes, Ugarte can do the shit bits. And listen, Europa League's a different thing, but the limitations are there for us all to see. We have to go and get a central midfielder who can play ball. It's that simple. Technically sound, who can also run and cover big spaces. And you know, you look at the levels Caicedo's showing. Obviously, he's a top player. They've got Lavia. I know he's injury prone, but you know, Chelsea got players in there, man, that can cause anyone problems in midfield when them players are fit. What have we got? Casemiro's doing well to ooze this little part out of him, but that's not the future. That's not the answer. We need 2 new central midfielders in that pairing. Ugarte, squad man, no problem. But if we're being real, that needs major surgery. Major surgery in midfield needed. So that's major surgery in the 9, major surgery in the 8s, if you call them 8s. We need major surgery in the 10s. We know what's going on with Garnacho. Wing backs, what's going on there? Going to need major surgery there. Dorgu, early signs are okay, not the best, but needs time. Young Harry Amas, bringing in Diego Leon, so see how he does, but I'm not convinced, man. These wing backs, I'm not convinced. Goalkeeper, do you know what I mean? What are we going to do at centre half? Lindelof leaving, Evans leaving, you keep Maguire. Heavens young on his way up. Luke Shaw injured all the time. Just major surgery, man. Too many man, not good enough. Too many man, not good enough. But like I said, I had to start with the Rasmus thing because it was that bad last night. I almost couldn't sleep at how bad he was. And that's who we have to rely on going into the Europa League final. At least Spurs can rely on Solanke. Do you know what I mean? Knows where the back of the net is, got good clean touch on him, strong, can hold the ball up. Might not always play the best, but you know what I mean? He can hold the ball up and do bits. But other than that, just not good enough. Just not good enough, mate. At Man United. That's my little mini rant over. I just had to open up. But listen, from Monday, we got to get the positive vibes going for this one game. We'll be all focused on that. But in the fallout from that Chelsea game, I had to get a few things off my chest, man. Smash the like on the video, peeps, man. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. I'm out of here, man. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.